Hello folks, welcome to the canal channel Jose. Today we're going to give you an idea how to replace the cabin air filter for a 98 Nissan Frontier to 2001. And if it doesn't have it, we're going to show you how you can add it to the cabin so you can have a filter. And with that said, let's get started. For this procedure, we're going to use the cabin air filter, and the part number is a CAF1731. And there's two filters in this, and we're going to be using both of them. We're using the STP brand. As a tool, we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver, and also you might need a utility knife to cut some plastics out if the truck doesn't have an air filter in there. Okay folks, so to install or replace your cabin air filter, what you got to do is you got to remove the glove box compartment, and it's not just opening it. You got to remove the whole assembly away so you can expose where the air ducts and all that is behind this glove box, so that way we can install it or replace it. So with that said, we're going to show you how many screws you got to remove to take this unit away so you can clear that out. You got to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Phillips screws so you can get this whole structure away from the dash, and you can clear the path so we can install the air filter. So now that we have taken out the bottom screws, we open the glove box, and we're going to have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips screws. Okay folks, so now that we have the glove box with no screws to it, so now what we can do is we pull it a little bit from the bottom, and then you pull it away from the dash, and you're going to have this yellow connector that is attached to the frame of the glove box by a clip. So all you do is you just got to pull a little hard so it comes off, so then we can get this box out of the way. Okay folks, so this is where your glove box will be, and now we removed it. This is the yellow wire we put aside, and now this is where would the filter be. But as you can see, we don't have anything in there, because the reason what happened is Nissan built these trucks with the slot, and they didn't even cut it out and slide a filter in there. What they did, they sold it, and then they left it ready for filters. But the only thing that you have to do is you have to cut out the slot to fit this filter in there. And so Nissan saved money on doing that. So pretty much they set it for the owner to cut it out and put the filters in. So it was kind of like an option. You want filters, you cut that out, and then you put filters in there. So for that is we told you about the utility knife, because we have to cut the slot just like we did up here. This is a whole piece of plastic, and it's split right here. So we cut the upper piece, and we gotta continue cutting this all the way to this groove or this plastic, so we can slide 2 filters in there. We cut that plastic out, which was right here, right there. We cut it out, and now we gotta cut the bottom piece. So that's where that utility knife comes in play. So if your truck already has filters in there, then you don't have to cut this out. But if your truck has this on, then you have to cut these plastics out to feed the 2 filters. Here's our filter. So when you open the box, you pull the filter, but it's in reality it's actually 2 filters. This is what we had. We cut it out. So now this other area we're gonna be cutting out. So what you're gonna be is the high point of the frame of the structure, the rib. You're gonna cut in the low point so we can continue down, so we can cut the rectangular out, so the filter just barely slides right in there. Don't cut too much over. You'll see this high point, this like you can screw on a screw or a bolt. That is the piece that you're gonna cut out all the way to here, and then all the way to up here. So if it was like that, we cut that one out and that one out. Okay, folks, so what would I do before I put the new filters in? I would use a thin and long extension on your vacuum and do a clean out on this area because some leaves and heavy stuff might be in this bottom piece. So that way when you vacuum that out, at least you have a cleaner surface where the filters are going to be slidden. So what we do now is we feed slowly and careful or vacuum, and then we turn it on and then suck everything out. So on our case, we vacuum a few things, not much, but if you do this clean out, you are gonna help your filters in your system. So use a vacuum to get all the debris out of there. So that's gonna help a lot. Okay, folks, so we have our filters. There's two of them. So what you do is the same filter actually, and both have different, one same side and one same side. You wanna get the side that has like gear, tooth cutouts and facing to each other, and they're gonna actually lock. And the reason is for being that once you start sliding them in, both of them become one filter. So you gonna lock them in and slide them in. But one thing that we want to expose as well is the airflow is gonna be different. And the reason being is because if you flip the same filter against the other filter so they can lock, the flow is going to be different. So don't worry about that. The filter's still going to do its job. So now we can start feeding the filters carefully into the slot that we have made, or if it's already there, so you just got to crush them a little bit and then slide them in slowly. Don't force them. Get the feeling of it. And then start sliding them in. So now that we have got it all the way to touch the structure of both filters, the bottom one, you just gotta, if it's sticking out too far, you just lift it a little bit and then push it in so it comes over this plastic like that. And now you got this clip that you probably been asking yourself, where is this go? So what you do is this one goes over and hugs the filter, and it grabs the bottom piece and it keeps the filter from sliding out. And because this one is with this one, it won't slide out because this one is attached with that clip. So the bottom one is holding that upper one from sliding out. So there it is, folks. We got both filters in, and what we had to do is we had to cut out plastics to make the slot for the filters to go in. And so Nissan made those slots in there, but you have to cut them out and you install your own filters. So, but if your truck already has the filters and you're just replacing them, this system works as well. So you just pull the old filters out and you put the new filters in. But this, we show you from zero in case you want to install filters on your Nissan Frontier. So all we do now is we start putting the glove box back in so we can finish this job. Okay, folks, so now we can grab our glove box, and before we start putting it in, we grab our connector, which has a clip, and then we put it right into that area so we can start putting everything back together. Okay, folks, you see this clip right here? This has to slide right into that opening. That's the only clip you have to guide. So we lift it and we guide it right in there so everything falls in place. So now what we do, folks, is we install this screw in the other side by the driver so we can start holding our glove box towards the dash. So now we put the latch back on. It has two guides, two pieces of plastic to guide it, and then we put 1, 2 screws to hold it in place. Okay, folks, so we have put 1, 2, 3, 4 fill-up screws. We close our glove box, and now we put the 2 bottom ones. And well, folks, we have put all the 6 screws for the glove box to get back in there. This concludes the new installment or the replacement or cabin air filters for your Nissan Frontier. And well, folks, hopefully this video was useful and helpful so you can install new filters on your Nissan Frontier, or you can replace the filters in your Nissan Frontier. So for this procedure, we had to install new filters because the opening is not there, but it's almost complete. Nissan built it where you just gotta cut out that face so you can take those plastics out and slide the new filters in. So Nissan actually saved money, left some of the labor to the owner so they can install filters to that system. If your truck has filters in there, this is going to help you as well. So you can just get the filters out and slide the new ones in and put the glove box in. Our filter cost us about $19, and all we had to do is we used a utility knife to cut out the plastic so we can slide the new filters in, and we used a Ryobi electric screwdriver to get the glove box out of the way so we can do all the surgery that we had to do to slide the filters in. So for folks who are watching our video, haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. If you like our video, give us thumbs up, share it, and we'll see you soon with more videos here en el canal del Chano Jose.